Night. Happy Friday. I just wanted to come on and chat with you guys for a little bit today because the program that I've been talking about for the last week or two is closing here in just a few days. And I wanted to tell you some of the things that you get inside this program because I hang out on Facebook a lot of the day just to because that's how I grow my business, right? It's how I make sales on my boutique and it's how I help coach ladies and find out what types of things that they want to hear about, right? So, one of the things that I am seeing a lot of is traffic, right? So if you're watching this, I'm live streaming into multiple places right now, so I'm not able to see comments live, but I will go back later and check all of them. But one of the most common issues that I see ladies having is lack of traffic. So if you are having that problem, type it in the chat and I would love to hear about that. So this is the good news. One of the ways that you get traffic to your website is organically. Now, if you don't know what organic traffic is, it's the free traffic. It is the traffic that you get from search engines. So it is someone does a search for, like, say, a black dress, and you have done the work, and Google sees you as a valid resource. And so it shows your stuff to okay, sorry, I was just making sure that my live was actually working. So it shows your stuff to them, right? And they click on the link and they get to your website and hopefully they buy something. So that type of traffic is still working. I am still getting sales from organic traffic for blog posts that I did last year. I did a blog post last July on my boutique website, and I am literally making sales this week organically from traffic that Google is sending because they are hitting my blog post that I did last July. Now, there is some stuff that you have to do before you do a blog post. And so I just wanted to tell you that if you are having an issue with traffic, there is a training in Ecom Academy that you get access to as soon as you sign up called Drive Organic Traffic Using Your Blog. And it comes with a video, and I'm looking at it right now. There is a video that I did, and it is an hour and 1 minute and 45 seconds long. And I showed exactly how I did that blog post that I'm still getting sales from today. So work that I put in, what is that, 7 months ago is, and get this is the interesting part. This blog post only recently in the last 45 days has started driving traffic. So, when you have Shopify and you go look at your analytics and you can see where your traffic's coming from, or you can see the page that they're landing on, the landing page over on the right side, it'll tell you. And so in the last 45 days, I noticed an uptick and people starting to land on that blog post. And so I, this week, started getting sales in from that blog post organically. So I wanted to tell you, if you are having trouble with traffic, which I would say like 99% of online boutique owners tell me that traffic is the problem. It's always an ongoing issue if you're selling online, right? You're always having to get traffic. That's how you make sales. So I wanted to tell you that in this program that you can get in for just 25 bucks. Now that's not the full cost, but you can get into the program for $25. There is a training called Drive Organic Traffic Using Your Blog. And it is the exact steps that I took last July to get the sales that I'm getting right now organically. So want to welcome you to the live. If you're watching this, drop replay. Let me know if you have any questions about Ecom Academy. That link should have popped up automatically in this live. But this program is closing in 4 days from now. This is filmed on January 27th. So that program is closing. We're closing it out. It's been open for over a year now to join anytime. It is now closing up. I'm going to close it up and focus on the ladies in there and giving them the best of me And so if you are interested in growing your business with me and everyone else in that group, I want you to drop your comments or your questions or will this work for me in the comments, because time is running out. And at the end of the day, on the 31st of January, that program is going to close up and you won't be able to join it again until it's open back up. And I haven't yet done my calendar to figure out when it's going to open back up. So if you're on the fence, I just want to tell you that that is just one of the things that you get. That is one course that you get. And I can read off really quickly. I'll take like a couple more minutes and just tell you some of the things that you get in this program. They're not even all listed on the page where you sign up. So you get access to courses like using Facebook ads to increase your sales, the fast traffic bundle. And that is a collection that's over 3 hours of trainings where we talk about how to get traffic, right? And there are ways, I mean, it's not just Facebook ads. There are multiple ways that you can get traffic to your store. You get free access to the Ecom social media club, where I and my team and I actually create templates for you and a social media calendar. And you also get access to inventory roadmaps, 7-figure buying strategies. So I have spent 7 figures on product. And so I teach you buying strategies. How do you know what are good vendors? Where do you get stuff? What types of things do you need to worry about? Because I found that a lot of ladies in this business, whether you're just getting started or you have been doing it for several months now, it's very easy to focus on things that don't matter. So out of like the top 10 things, maybe 20 that you're worried about, there are never more than 3 things that you should actually be focusing on. And your lack of ability to, your inability to focus will actually hold you back. So it's really important to be able to focus only on a couple things at a time and not let your mind wander. And when you're confused and overwhelmed, you're not going to get anything done that is going to help your business. So that's what I specialize in, is keeping ladies focused on what's actually important. And it's hard to know that, right? Unless you've been in the business for a while. You also get access to the Boutique Collective. It's a Facebook group that I maintain for the ladies in my programs, and you can post in there. We've got over 2,000 people in there right now. There are some other trainings such as TikTok. We've got TikTok training. We've got using Instagram to grow your boutique, how to wow your customers, how to create a sale collection, the More Sales This Week workshop, the pop-up idea sheet, the Ecom Marketing Challenge. That is over 3 hours of trainings on how to market your boutique, along with PDFs, how to get rid of stale inventory, game plan. That's where we spent several months going over how do you actually plan out your business, right? You need a plan. And that's one of the things that throws you off track, right? If you don't have a plan, you start worrying about things that don't matter. So there are several hours of trainings in that module. We've got Plan Your Promos, which is a collection of lots of different social media content and things like that. Promotions, you don't always want to be having a sale. So what do you do? Several hours of training on how to not grow your business with Walmart shoppers, right? Because people that shop on price are not loyal customers. They will go wherever the lowest price is. So when you have a boutique business and you want to be successful, you cannot base your whole business on having sales. And so the Plan Your Promos module is all those things. Like, what should you be doing? Like, what, every week of the month, what should you be doing other than having a sale? So that's what that is. There's trainings on that. We've also got several hours of recordings of live store audits that you can watch. Watch me go through stores, and you'll learn, and then you'll see, okay, I need to check my store for that. How to make $2,000 in 30 days, which, guys, is not hard. Once you have the strategy, it is not hard at all. I've had clients make $6,000 or $8,000 in like 4 hours. So it is not hard to do 2,000 in 30 days. We've also got 7-figure business budgeting. We've got, let's see, Fashion Go tips and tricks from a 7-figure store owner. We've got, let's see, there is stuff on how to set up Shopify. You also get tech support. So that's always a big thing, right? If you are someone that gets hung up on tech, the tech support I've supported, I was help desk for 300 people prior to opening my business, and I've got an IT degree, right? So, and I'm a Shopify partner. So like I said, there's nothing that you can break in Shopify that we can't figure out. So that's really helpful to know that you've got like a safety net if you're in the program. If something breaks, your store goes down, something big happens, that you can say, hey, I need help. Because it doesn't matter. I'm always watching Facebook, right? And so you get access to that, the private Facebook group. So if something happens, you can make a post in that group and get help immediately from people that know what they're doing, instead of posting in random places and like listening to people that you don't know anything about. You get checklists, like here's what you need to do. Are you missing anything? Are you ready to launch? I've got checklists in there. And let me go back here. So if you have any questions about this program, please drop them in the comments. If you're watching the replay, drop a replay in there. This is my last live about this program for a while, just because we're moving on, right? I'm going to work with the ladies that have joined. You can get in for as little as $25, which is a steal, you guys. I've spent 6 figures on my education, and I've got a master's degree in business. On top of that, I've spent thousands of dollars on coaching for myself to get better at what I do. So you are not just getting access to my stuff. You're getting access to, the stuff in my head that I've paid lots and lots of money to learn. We've also got trainings on the keys to success: focus, consistency, and belief. Because, why are you doing this? It's going to be hard, and you're going to need to keep yourself in a good place in order to be successful. Overwhelm and bad days do happen. And so that's part of this program. I've got trainings on branding, name, logo, colors, setting up the legal, determining who your customer is, buying in budgets, shopping Fashion Go and wholesale vendor websites like a pro, setting up your Facebook page the right way, how to launch your Facebook page, how to fill your Facebook page runway, which is prior to launching, you want to prep your Facebook page, social media marketing basics, how to set up Instagram. We've got trainings on apps like Privy that you use for email. We've got trainings on CM Commerce, which is another app that I recommend. We've got your first promotion, running a promo with email and Facebook. So there's all kinds of stuff in this program. And you also get access to hours and hours. I've been doing this since 2019, and I record everything. So you get access to hours and hours of group coaching sessions, office hours, where ladies have asked questions that are at different places in their business. And you can see, maybe you had the same question, so you can go back and watch some of those. Someone once said that it was a gold mine in there in the office hours recordings. Oh, good. I can see some comments here. Okay, I wasn't sure if I'd be able to see them. Okay, so it's not telling me names, but it says I'm trying to stay focused. I get overwhelmed and lost. Yes, and that's a real thing. It really does happen, especially when you don't know what you're doing, right? And so the first thing that I see ladies do is go out on social media and on Facebook groups, whatever. I'm in a lot of Facebook groups and I see people asking random questions, and I'm just like, oh no, where do I get inventory? I'm launching in 30 days and I can't make it to market. And I feel like just, if you just had a plan, you would know that you don't need to go to market and you know exactly what vendors. And it all starts with not only who your vendors are, but who is your customer, right? So we don't just go out and buy things that we think are cute. Like we start off with the basics. Who is your customer? Who are you buying for? What is your budget? One of the worst things that I didn't go to market till I was 3 years into my business. I did all my shopping online for my boutique. And there are certain places that you can buy from, and 99% of the time you'll have a good experience. But one of the biggest mistakes I made was going to market because it was overwhelming. I spent about $70,000 and I overbought and I expanded my product line when I shouldn't have, because here, silly me, I was thinking, wow, I'm selling like all this product, right? So the next thing that you think is, oh, I need to expand what I'm doing. I need to add gifts and high-end jewelry and shoes and accessories. And I spent so much money on products that did not sell quickly. And when product doesn't sell, what does it do? I know that some of you watching may have already bought product. And what does the product do if it's not selling quickly? It's basically like a non-interest bearing account. You have put your money into this product and it's just sitting there not doing anything for you. So my goal is always to get product gone in 30 days. 30 days, it's gone. And if I don't think that I can sell something in 30 days, I don't buy it. I don't care what it is, how cute it is. I do not care. Do not spend my money on things that I cannot get my money back quickly, right? Do you watch Shark Tank, any of you guys? And Mr. Wonderful is always like, oh, how am I going to get my money back? Right? And that's how you have to think about it. And if you expand wide too quickly, like I spent thousands of dollars at Magic on higher priced jewelry because I thought it was pretty and I thought that it would make me more like the bigger boutiques. And I thought that it would make me look better to my customers because I had higher end jewelry. All these stupid things, right? Ego will kill a business. And so I thought, okay, I've made it. I spent like $10,000 at this one vendor on jewelry, like high-end jewelry. Do you guys know what? I ended up selling. I had a lot of that jewelry like 2 or 3 years later, and I ended up selling it to a resale place for like 10 cents on the dollar because I was so sick of looking at it. And it did not sell. And my customers did not want high-end jewelry. They wanted the costume jewelry that, they can pay like $25, $30 for a pair of earrings. They did not want earrings that were $70. And so instead of like testing the market, I went out and like blew 10 grand on jewelry that didn't sell. And so when I tell these stories, I'm telling you that because working with someone that's been down the path in front of you can help save you from making mistakes. And it can also help keep you on track. I also have another story where I spent $60,000 in 1 month on Google ads. Let that sink in for a minute. I still don't like saying it out loud. And my sales went down. So the Google team came to me this would have been back in like 2015, maybe. They came to me and they said, hey, we'll give you a free laptop and we want you to work with our team and we will do all the work. All you have to do is say that you're going to pay for ads when we get done. And so I'm like, wow, Google employees are going to do all the work for me. So I worked with them multiple times. They did all my keywords. They created my ads. They set everything up. Guess what? They started me out spending a few $100s a day. And by the first week, they had me spending $2,000 a day on ads. And guess what happened to my sales? They went down. My sales went down 20% that month because I took all my money and put it into Google ads and I stopped doing Facebook ads, which is what I had built my business on. And so finally, after several weeks of this, I emailed or texted, I can't remember, the guy that was in charge of my project with Google. And never forget, his name was Jordan and he was in Puerto Rico. And he was like, I'm in Puerto Rico on a business trip and I just got a notification that you turned off your ads. And I said, yeah, I turned off my ads. I can't afford to spend 2,000 something a day on ads and my sales are going down. And he was like, well, you just messed up my analytics. So I need you to turn them back on. Now, guess who he cared about? He did not care about me. He cared about himself. And they were using me as a guinea pig to try out something because the way they set me up did not work. My sales were not increasing. And I told Jordan, you just about put me out of business because it was literally charging my card multiple times a day. All my cash flow that I should have been spending on new inventory went to Google. I was selling as fast as I was giving out the money to Google. I would make 2,000, out 2,000, make 2,000, out 2,000. Like, where's the money to pay for everything else and to grow my business? So, I've got stories like that. And so those are the types of things that you learn when you work with someone that has been there before. And this is a very unique program. You are not going to find something like this anywhere else where you get access to someone that has sold 7 figures online, that, I've got education. I went to college. I've actually owned a franchise since 2003. For 20 years, I've had employees and my donut shop is open right now. I was just texting with an employee. So you've got like a real business owner who is educated that you are learning from to get a path from, right? So not only you will save $25, you will save the cost of this program in mistakes not made. And if you go to the page, you can see, if you go to the sales page, you will see a lot of what the ladies have said about working with me. So you don't just have to take it from me. But this program is unique in that you get access. I see there are other things out there, right? There are other programs and I get ads for it, come buy the course. Maybe it's a course or something, or maybe it's someone that's teaching and they just started or they haven't done. I actually got served an ad. She only had like 200 page likes. So, and I'm not saying anything bad about them. I'm just saying what you have, if you work with me, is someone that has been doing this for many, many years. So I'm not guessing. I actually have seen this work. And I do have a private client that did multiple 6 figures last year in sales that started with me from scratch, from zero, no website. I actually designed her logo, you guys. Her logo that she used, I personally designed it. And you can see it. If you want to DM me, I can give you her name. But she did multiple 6 figures in sales last year. And quit her job, running her boutique full time. I think she even opened a storefront. But so not only it's not like throwing spaghetti against the wall. What you're learning when you're working with me is stuff that actually works not only for me, but I've taught it to ladies and it's worked for them. And I think that is a major difference. This isn't guessing. This is real strategy stuff. This is when you join my program, you get access to my brain, everything in it. in the private Facebook group. You will get an invite to that. And you will also, there are ladies in there that have been with me for over 2 years now. And they know what my answer will be. It's funny because I see ladies asking questions and I see the ladies that have been with me for a few years answering with my words. It's like they just know what I would say. So if you are needing strategy and you are tired of spinning your wheels and you're tired of looking in random places on Facebook, you can find information for free out there, right? And you can see, okay, this is working for that person. I'll go try that, and you can watch YouTube and you can figure stuff out on your own. But how much time are you spending doing that? And who are you actually listening to? And will it work for you? Has it worked for other people? That's the thing, because I get stuff like that too, and it's like, okay, first of all, like, how much experience do you have actually teaching people? Because knowing something and teaching people is completely different, right? Because you have to be able, and I didn't know this when I first started, when you teach people, it's one thing for me to know what works, right? But it's another to relate. Like, you have to be able to relate to the person you're teaching at the level that they're on. And when you work with someone like, the client that did multiple 6 figures last year, she was not good with computers. She was horrible with computers. And so there was a big, big learning curve. And it took a lot of patience, you guys. A lot of patience, because I had to teach her every single step, right? So not only is it, okay, it works for you, great, you did a YouTube video, that's great, but are you good at working with people that are at different levels of the business? Are you out of touch? Because I've always tried to keep myself focused on small business because that's where my passion is. But when you get really, really big, and you have a multi-million-dollar warehouse, right? And you're doing multiple millions a year in sales. Can you relate that back to teaching someone that is just starting out, right? Because the fires you're putting out, the issues you're dealing with, all the things going on in a multiple million-dollar boutique business are completely different from someone that's just starting out or someone that's working on 10K a month, right? So that's one of the key differences in this program. I want to read some of these comments. I have seriously learned a lot with you that I have not learned with anyone else. I'm very grateful for that. It's boosted my self-confidence and helped with personal achievements. I want to personally thank you. Oh, thank you. I can't see who anyone is, but thank you so much. And that's one thing that I really focus on, is understanding where the ladies I'm working with are at, right? Because you have to kind of go back, right? Like, think about driving a car. You're driving a car, right? And like, I've been driving for a long time. And thinking back to my daughter is learning to drive. I have to think back to, what did it feel like when I first started driving? Think about something that you've been doing for a long time or you're really, really good at, and how would you teach somebody that is just starting from scratch? So I think that that's one of the beauties of this program, is just that there is something for everyone, no matter what space they're at or what time period they're at in their business. If you're just starting out, or if you're stuck at $2,000 a month, or if you're stuck at $5,000 a month, there is training for that. Because when I started out with a bunch of newbies, right? And so I've recorded everything. So along the way, all their questions that they've had, that's all recorded, and you get access to that. So I guarantee you, if you have a question, there has been that question asked in one of the office hours that I have done. And so you can get into this program. It is crazy, for $25 and try it out. and see what you think. I think that if you get into this program, I think you're going to find that it's more than you thought it would be. I really do, because that has been the goal all along, is just build it into something that is a resource for ladies, and not only business strategy wise, but support wise. To where, I actually was shopping one of the ladies' stores and I saw something was broken on it, one of the ladies in the academy. And so I messaged her about it, right? So that's the kind of stuff that you get is, you get other people helping you and watching out for you. So you're not in it alone. And I think that's a huge thing. So you can go into Facebook groups and you can say, I have this question and get an answer, right? But if you're scared, or if you really need support, or you're having a bad day, or you really, you're lost and you need direction and things like that, like, I'm worried about these 10 things. What should be my top priority? That's where I feel like this program really shines. You could do a Facebook post in our private group and say, these are the 5 or 10 things that I'm thinking about, what should be my priority? That's really what I specialize in, is keeping you on track and focused. Now you have to do the work. And this is really, it's not for the faint of heart. I mean, owning an online boutique, if you stop working on your business, your sales will start going down. Even if you get to the point that you're doing like 10,000 plus a month, which is six figures a year, if you stop working on your business on a regular basis, your sales will go down. Sorry if you hear my dogs. Your sales will go down. So your business is going to be a direct reflection of how much work you put in. So I will wrap this up here because my dogs are going crazy. But if you guys have any questions about this program, please drop them in the chat here, or the comments, and let me answer them, because this is a steal, you guys, to get in. There is, let me see, there is an option. There's a weekly pay option. So if you're on a budget, if you're not on a budget and you want to do full pay, by all means do it, because you get access to me in more ways if you do the full pay. Then you can email me and DM me and you get like more direct help. That's with the full pay. But if you're looking at the payment options and you scroll down a bit, there's a monthly pay option. And I'm even giving a lower price for the first 2 months, $97 a month and $197 after. So for $97 for a month, you get access to all of that, you guys. And I put my heart and soul into this business. So this is not something that was just thrown out there, just to make it look like I'm helping people. And for the weekly pay option, you can do 25 a week for the first 8 weeks and then 50 a week thereafter, because I understand that everyone has different budgets, right? But what I want you to think about before I sign off is the cost of this program. How much quicker can you get to where you want to go? And how much mental energy will it save you if you are working under my wing instead of by yourself? And how much more fun will you have without the stress and the worry that comes with trying to figure it all out yourself? So I hope to see you guys in the program, and I look forward to working with several of you. We've already had several ladies sign up, so I'm so excited for you. And if you feel compelled, if you feel like this is speaking to you, I will see you inside later today.